everybody. I'm Trailblazin Tim, and I'm here joined by some compatriots known as
Earthworm Emily, Potato,
Canyon Wren.
And we are here to go gold panning. In the gold rush times, the best place to go panning is wherever the gold is. And so you could go to the river, but if we go to the river nowadays, it is very difficult to pan. And so we have actually grabbed some of the gold-bearing gravel from the bottom of the river and brought it up to this gold trough. And then the other thing we do is we have Earthworm Emily. After she crawls around under the earth as an earthworm, she gets into the water and shakes off all of the dirt and gold particles that are attached to her. And so they are inside this gold trough. And we are going to use a gold pan to find the gold. There are a couple of steps to gold panning. You need a gold pan, you need a gold vial, and you should have your gold vial inside your gold pouch. I'm going to give you guys some demonstrations, and then we will let you have your own turn at gold panning whenever you get access to a panning spot. So, gather around everybody. And please, you tell me, where is the gold inside this trough?
floating. Yeah, it floats at the top, right?
Do you guys think it is floating?
The bottom.
The gold is at the bottom. Do you know why the gold is at the bottom?
Because it's hiding, because it doesn't want us to find it.
No, because it's heavy.
Gold is the heaviest thing in here. It is 8 times more dense than any other sand or dirt. It's almost 20 times more dense than water. So it will sink to the very, very bottom of the bottom of the bottom. And that is where we have to go to reach it. So, gold panning has a number of steps. I will demonstrate. You guys listen with your ears, look with your eyes, but please do not touch with your hands. We are going to start by taking a gold pan and seeing that there's riffles on one side and there is a smooth side on the other parts. We are going to dig into the trough, but we do not just scoop up some water, because if I have some water and some sand, I did not go to the bottom. I just scooped a little bit of sand. If there's any gold, it will not be on the top. Instead, I have to go all the way down to the bottom and then scrape the bottom.
Wow.
And now I've scraped the bottom, so I might have some gold in here. I don't know yet. We are going to do some steps to find out.
I see some. Is there
Step 1 is we are going to flood this pan. I flood the pan with water. After I have flooded the pan, then I need to cause an earthquake in the pan. Earthquake! Well, I am doing the earthquake. Where do you think the gold is going in my pan?
Down.
Why do you think the gold is vibrating down?
Because it's heavier than anything in your pan.
You are right. Heavy things will vibrate all the way down to the bottom, so I want to do a nice long earthquake. I can even flood again. An earthquake. And you want to shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake your gold pan. Shake your gold pan. Shake your gold pan for about 1 whole minute to let the gold vibrate all the way down to the bottom.
That's a long time.
You can turn and look at other people. You can tap your toes. You can do funny things like make your tongue touch your nose. You can do all sorts of things while you are shaking your gold pan. But after about 1 whole minute, where is the gold in my pan?
The bottom of the pan.
It is at the bottom. Boop! Right there. To get the gold, all I have to do is get the not gold off the top.
And how do you do that?
I could go, boom! Go away! Ah! Does that do anything?
I don't think that works.
That does not do it. It is rocks. So, I have done a flood. I have done an earthquake. You tell me, what comes after an earthquake in the ocean?
Tsunami.
Tsunami.
Tsunami! Tsunami is step 3. Tsunami is the step where you tilt the pan and you swirl it to wash the dirt and the water off the top of your gold. So you do flood, you do earthquake, you do tsunami, and then you start again. Flood, earthquake, tsunami, flood, earthquake, tsunami. You need to do about 20 of these cycles for every gold pan. You just keep doing flood, earthquake, tsunami, flood, earthquake, tsunami, flood,
Earthquake sound.
Till you get down to just the gray and dark colored sand. You can see that in my pan, all of the big rocks and all of the light colored rocks, they are not very heavy. They are not very dense, so they spill out at the beginning. And the dark iron colored rocks and the iron bearing minerals stay at the bottom. And so all of these dark colored minerals have some iron in them. Some of those are called magnetite, and they actually can be picked up by a magnet. And underneath all of those gray and black minerals will be any gold if I have it. So I've filtered out over these riffle bars, and I've done gold, flood, earthquake, tsunami. The last natural disaster that I cause in this is called hurricane. Hurricane is where I get a little bit of water in my pan, and then I split the water and the gold apart. I put the water on one side, and I put the dirt on the opposite side, and then I simply swirl my pan in a circle motion, like a hurricane, and the water washes away the dirt every time, and I just keep swirling, and then I look at the bottom of this pile, and if there is any gold, that is where it will show up. And at the very bottom of this pile, I do not see any straight away, but we can always double check, so I can simply swirl my pen around again. And there is some light colored minerals in there, so I'm going to actually do another mini earthquake to get that out. And then do another hurricane, flood, earthquake, tsunami, hurricane. Swirl, and swirl, and then at the very end, you can see
Gold!
there is a flake right there.
Eureka.
If you find a flake, then getting it out is a challenge. First, what do you say?
Eureka!
Hooray! But it could be fool's gold. So, you can do a number of things. First, you want to make sure that your finger is wet. And then, make sure your finger is dry. Make sure your finger is dry. You can dry your finger on your clothes. You can dry your finger on your nose. Do not dry your finger on your friend's nose. You take your dry finger and you touch it to the wet gold, and the gold should stick straight to your finger, like that. And then holding your pan underneath your finger, just in case you drop it, you need to do 3 tests for your gold. Everybody say, test number 1.
Test number 1.
You need to look at your gold with your eyeballs. Make sure that your gold is golden and shiny. This is golden and shiny. Everybody say, test number 2.
Test number 2.
Test number 2 is you take your thumbnail or your fingernail and you press your thumbnail into that flake. If the flake breaks, is it real?
No.
No. Real gold does not break. Real gold will bend. However, it could be something that's too thick to break with your fingernail because it's only your fingernail. That's why we have test number 3. Everybody say, test number 3.
Test number 3.
Test number 3 is where you take your gold vial out of your gold pouch. You unscrew the lid on the cap of your vial, and inside your gold vial, you should have water all the way to the tippy top. And then you touch the flake that is on your finger to the water inside your vial, and you screw the lid onto your vial, turn your vial sideways, and then shake it next to your ear. What sound will you hear if it is real gold? What sound will you hear if it is not real gold? You are right. Real gold is so dense, so heavy, you can hear it going against the ends of your file. If it is not real gold, it will just swirl around in the water and it will not make a sound. So if you find a fateful flake, do those 3 tests. You do the eyeball test, then the thumbnail test, and then the ear shape test. We wish you lots of luck in your penning, and enjoy. We'll see you in our other videos. Good luck, miners.